Welcome back to Founder Chat. I don't know what it is today, but I'm craving corn.
What is it?
What about you?
I don't know.
What do you like about corn?
What do you like about corn?
It has the juice, man.
Dude, auto-tuning,
man,
that stuff
that's
is
just
it's
it's a masterpiece.
it is.
And now this kid is famous.
Yeah.
The internet is undefeated.
Strikes again.
Strikes again.
Who was that one kid? Remember that one yodel kid that you were dude, you were into it.
Mason Ramsey.
Yes.
Lil Hank Williams.
Yes.
Dude, I was obsessed.
You were, dude. You got
obsessed.
into it. That was
Big time.
hilarious. But he was good.
Yeah, but apparently this kid got a deal with Chipotle like already. I saw his ad yesterday.
That's crazy.
It's nuts. That just from a video, somebody took and auto-tuned. But still, like a kid that small shouldn't be speaking like that.
No. He's
You know?
he's definitely got a
special.
gift. Yeah.
He's special.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's going on this week besides Rogan's podcast with Mark Zuckerberg
Yeah.
talking about the metaverse and
So he's on the show? Is that
Oh,
what it
yeah.
was? Oh, really?
yeah, I don't
Okay.
know if that's might have been his first time
Okay.
on that podcast, but it was better than I expected because he seems like he'd be a boring guy to
Yeah.
interview, at least from stuff I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the fact that it's real casual and I think they know each other is way different. And it was a good flow, and he talked a lot about kind of the future of the company and where his focus is. And he's really sounds like he's passionate about the next thing and what he's calling, I guess, mixed reality. So
Mm-hmm.
not really like virtual and not augmented, but this hybrid of all these things that are going to be part of life in the future. And I mean, Facebook, of course, wants to be a part of it. And they
Yeah.
have 3 billion people on their platform.
3 billion.
So
That's crazy. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just wish it wasn't Facebook doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, investing in the technology. He was talking about some glasses or lenses or something that you wear that projects an image.
Magic Leap. Yeah. And I
So
think
it's
Google,
not like the VR thing,
yeah.
and it's not AR.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
No, it like projects something
On the screen.
like in front of you.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how he explained it.
Yeah.
So imagine it's almost like augmented, but augmented means that there's a screen that's superimposing an image, right? Like when you use the monoclone, what is it called? Monocle
Monocle, yeah.
view in Yelp or whatever, and
Yeah.
you move your phone around.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like that. It's supposedly like something that's going to be like actually in front of you,
In front of you. Yeah.
like projected somehow. And so he talked a lot about that as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all very interesting. And then he also talked about the Quest 2 a little bit, and he hyped up Horizons, even though Horizons is trash.
It's
you know,
trash.
it's total trash. But who knows?
Yeah.
I'm skeptical of. I think they'll do something meaningful, but again, I don't like that it's Facebook.
Right.
And who's gonna be there? It's like going to I don't know, like a party that's not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's very uncool.
Very super uncool. Like if you were going to, what is the other one called? The Other Side or something, by the Yacht Club.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Bored Ape guys.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a cool party,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How do we go on there?
Yeah.
Like I think that's where this thing gets interesting. Like
Yeah.
some people might be at Horizons, but really who? You know?
No, it's just a bunch of kids or people looking around, lurkers.
Yeah.
It gets really awkward. People without pants
Mm-hmm.
floating. Yeah.
I don't know. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
And then it did discover that he does jujitsu, which I can't even picture.
No.
Can you picture Mark Zuckerberg on a mat?
No.
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 I can't even picture the guy jumping, you know, or you know what I mean? Like, it's so weird.
Right.
And he's talking about jujitsu, like training with some guy, you know, some like master jujitsu guy, and like
I can believe it. He probably has a total private trainer kind of thing, and
yeah, and he
why
says
wouldn't
he
he?
wresles with his buddies like every day. It's
Okay.
it's weird.
All right.
It's weird, man.
All right. Well, I mean, they're putting so much money into it that something's going to come out, And there was that whole thing with he posted that picture of like him in front of the Eiffel Tower or whatever it was, and everyone gave him crap because it looked so low res, So hopefully they're coming to their senses.
Yeah.
It was interesting. So I had a conversation last night. Went to the We Are LA Tech.
Mm-hmm.
Little 10-year anniversary party last night. Shout out to Esprit and all those peeps. And I ended up having this conversation with this one guy, and he kind of asked me. He's like, so what's the biggest I told him I worked at have an agency in this stuff, and he's like, so what's the biggest branding blunder you can think of? And I just off the top of my head, I was like, well, I said I think ditching the Oculus brand for the Meta thing. I said that's unforgivable for me. I mean, I'm like, you don't get a brand like Oculus very often, and if you ever do, you don't ditch it. And he sort of came back with this thing. He's like, it's all part of Zuck's plan. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, he said he had this thing. He's like, all right, well, think about it. He's like, it started out with all these gamers and stuff like that. He's like, but who's really gonna be the big users of VR and these Oculus things? I was like, well, who? He's like, well, who's their biggest audience right now? Like on Facebook. I was like, I don't know, what, old people? He's like, exactly. He's like, he's gonna make it so that everyone who's like homebound and elderly, they're just gonna end up plugging in.
Oh Lord.
into their retirement.
You're gonna have Facebook running ads on AARP.
Yes. And they're just gonna sit at home,
Yeah.
in their hospital beds, like with their VRs. I was like, that's pretty morbid. But he's like, yeah, but there's a market.
Ready Player 100.
Oh shoot. Yes. So anyway, I thought it was kind of funny, that whole, but he's right. It's an older demographic, and it's sort of that tension, right? Like you've got these older people, but then you've got this, obviously very new tech. We'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out.
Well, imagine plugging in and you're young.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Even
right.
that, right?
Well, it's funny too.
Take me back to the 50s, or you know what I mean? Like, let me walk around the town when things were the way I remember them.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Hey, I never got to go to Greece. Take me to Greece.
Yeah. Sure.
So yeah, there's
meanwhile
probably
all the new kids are just going to be in these fantasy worlds,
right? Blowing each other up.
Yep, pretty much.
Be like Total Recall, dude. That'll be the next.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We just watched Ready Player One. Actually, rewatched it the other day, and that movie's so watchable, like over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And Sienna and I are sitting there, and we're like, and she just keeps asking the same question over and over. Like, do you really think we're gonna be able to do that? What about that? And I'm like, yes, all of it. Because it makes total sense. Of course, like, is there going to be a corporation behind, trying to own? Probably. You know what I mean?
Right.
Short of like openly trying to murder someone.
Right.
Everything else is a total possibility.
Absolutely.
All the storylines
right
point to a future that's coming,
Right.
which is crazy.
Right. And it's interesting too, because even Mark Zuckerberg talks about, wasn't it that book? And there was another one that I forget it's called, but it's sort of, it coined the frame, the metaverse. And Mark Zuckerberg sort of talks about that one as he read that book and was sort of like inspired to buy Oculus back then. The problem is that the guy who sort of is in that book, he's the villain. Like it's obvious, like the guy who sort of steps up is the bad guy. We're like, does Mark know that? Does he know he's taking the point?
I don't think he knows.
I don't think he knows. So anyway, let's hope it all works out.
Which is, we can actually tease a little bit into something happening next week.
Yeah.
We'll put out a post today with the date, September 6th on it, right here.
Yeah.
Next Tuesday is a big day for us. And we've been talking a lot about sort of Web3 and metaverse and a bunch of stuff. So it's just a little bit of a hint into kind of what's coming next week. So follow our other accounts. If you're not following Sitebox, do so. It's exciting. And next week's founder chat will be dedicated, I think, to the big announcement or the big topic of
our next big chapter.
Our next big chapter, yeah. We're super excited about it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we've got a great team as we've been working on it. So
for almost a year.
Yeah.
We started our strategy last year.
We did.
In the old office.
Yes.
And time goes fast. I mean, look at us.
Yeah.
Now it's just been like bang, bang, bang. And here we are. And the next chapter is going to be just as fast. So it's exciting.
Yeah.
Any other Web3 news?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
we can keep this one short.
Yeah, we'll just keep it short this week.
Follow us. Check us out.
Yeah.
Subscribe if you haven't. If you're watching on YouTube, that helps us out a ton. We're going to be probably organizing the content on this channel soon a little bit better, and we might come up with some new ideas for this next chapter.
Yeah, if you have any requests.
Yeah, and if you have feedback too, that'd be awesome. It's kind of like a hybrid of a podcast, mini podcast, and we're trying to do more reels. Reels are more popular, so short snippets of stuff. So any topics that intrigue you, I know some of our team members, even like Spencer, who was here a few weeks ago shooting the video for us, he said, man, all this stuff sounds interesting, but what the hell is Web3? You know, we assume people know because we talk about it every day, but there's a lot of people that still don't know what it is or what it means. And we'd love to. We're learning still.
Oh, yeah.
So we'd love to talk about it. And
yeah. And it does change every day.
Completely. Yeah, so, for sure.
Stay tuned.
Go get some corn. Has the juice.
Hit it out. Hit it out.
Outro?
Outro.
I'll hit you with an outro here.
It's corn. Dude.
So good.
Bops, man. Come on.
Schmacks.
Shoot.